Hello, my name is Tomasz Poszytek, and welcome to another part of the Power Virtual Agents introduction. Power Virtual Agents for Microsoft Teams introduction that I'm just recording for a couple of days. So, in this session, in this video, I would like to show you how you can actually extend the basic capabilities of your Power Virtual Agents conversations, topics, with the usage of Power Automate. So, how you can create a flow, and then how to trigger that flow from your Power Virtual Agent conversation. So first thing you have to know is actually, how to do it. So first navigate to topics, then navigate to the topic that, you would like to extend, to enhance or enrich with the flow. And, you remember this topic, right? We've created in a second session second video where I showed you what is a topic. Now, after I ask about the age, maybe I would like then to discover who is the supervisor, who is the manager of that specific user. So I'll just go here and I'll add a new action. So I'll call an action where I would like to create a new flow. So I do have a list of flows that are already present so that I can actually use so far, but I would like to create a new one. So you can see that the Power Automate interface is also stored within the Power Virtual Agents canvas and within the Microsoft Teams canvas as well. So this is also the sign that this is happening all inside Teams, and that is happening as well on the project Oakdale, not just in your regular environment where you can create Power Automate, where you can create flows as well. So once you navigate to creation of the new flow, you can choose from one of the three existing templates. But worry not. Even if you choose one of those templates, you'll still be able to customize it to your needs, so you can just remove all the actions and create it from scratch. The important thing is that however the flow you're creating, it always has to have the trigger action that is the Power Virtual Agents, and also this respond action that responds information back to Power Virtual Agents. What is also important is that this respond action has to be the last action in the flow. So even if you do branching, and if you'd like to do a different response based on the condition, then still remember that you preferably need to create variables and then set these variables values, and then provide these variables as the values for the outcomes you would like to return to Power Virtual Agents, because this action here, the one action, it has to be the last one in the flow. So the scenario that I would like to show you is that the bot is going to simply try to look for the manager of that specific user. So what I need is, I need this user ID, so the user Azure ID that I have within my Power Virtual Agent conversations, because the authentication is set to Teams. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to call the Office 365, or maybe I'll just call the manager. So the get manager. And now you can see here that this action actually expects the user principal name or email ID. So that is enough, that is fine. Now, because, for example, my user that I'm using right now in here, the administrator, that user doesn't have a manager, therefore this action will simply end up with an error. So what I want to do, I will first initiate a variable that will store information about the manager, and you'll see what I want to do. And then I will set its value to managers, let's say name and the last name, and email, for example. And then I'll also do this apparel branch, so that in case the action get manager fails, which will for this user, then the variable manager will hold information manager set, and this action here is going to be executed only if the get manager fails. This one in every other case. Now I need to add here also the outcomes. So now the outcome is going to be the manager and here I will return the variable. What I also need to configure here is the run after, so that if that this action is executed, whichever the branches is going to be, whichever of the branches the flow is going to follow. So if this is one skipped, come on, click. Okay, I'll just do it again. And if that is skipped, then this action should be executed as well. All right, so this simple flow actually is going to grab information about the manager of the user, and then if the information about the manager is not present, it will return information that the manager is not set. In other case, it will return the name and last name of the manager. So now let me save it, and then navigate back to flow. So once it is saved, I need to click this back button, the back arrow, the left arrow, left facing arrow, name it. So now I am back to my flow. So here I can simply call this action. Now, which one could that be? Remember the one thing, that because all those flows are actually stored within the project Oakdale, and once you create the new one, well, it will actually follow the name of the template that you're using. Therefore, remember to name your flow in a way that you can then discover which of these it was. Well, in my case, the newest one should be on top, so I'll simply use this one. All right, so well, it seems like this is the correct one, so I need now to provide the user ID, and then to get the manager, so I can simply then display a message with the manager information. So now I need to save it, and then once it is saved, I can test it to see if it works. Okay, so I need to test topic. What is your age? Right, so the flow was executed as set, because my user doesn't have a manager set. Therefore, it only returns information that the manager is not set. So the flow worked fine. Now, the question is, how can you access the flows that you have created for specific in specific team? So is there any other way to actually review if your flow fails, if your flow operates correctly, other than going directly to the topic where the flow is used and then by hitting the view flow details? Well, there is. However, it is not yet working. So the one approach that you can as well follow is the one I just showed you. So go to a specific topic, then navigate to the action that is executing the flow, and then hit the view flow details. Right there, you'll simply open the page where you can find all the information about the flow, all the information about the execution, so how it is performing, where it is failing, what issues it is facing, and so on. However, there is also another way that is unfortunately not yet working. So once you navigate to Power Apps, so again, click the ellipsis icon and then look for Power Apps. If you don't see Power Apps like I do here, then again type in Power App. Now, once in Power Apps, go to the Build tab and then navigate to the team where you have created that flow. So in my case, it's Contoso. Right here, you should be able to see all the flows that you have created. If you don't see them here, hit the See All. And then these flows that your bot is using, they should be present under the Flows section. However, from what I heard is that there is a known issue that prevents the flows from displaying here, but once it is resolved, you will be able to as well access all the flows that were created for the specific team on Project Oakdale right in here. So just check it out continuously and regularly to see if this one is already working. As long as this is not working, unfortunately, then the only way to access your flows is to go directly to that specific topic, and from the topic to hit the action and the view details of that specific flow. Sorry. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, and well, until the next time, until the next session, where I will be describing you how you can actually publish your bot to Microsoft Teams team, or even to Microsoft Teams in general, so that either members of your team will be able to use it, or anyone within your organization is going to be able to use it. So stay tuned, and until next time. If you like this video, then obviously subscribe, leave a comment below, and thumbs up. Thank you very much for watching. Until the next time.